Welcome everyone to Fireside Cast. Today we have an amazing match from RGL Advanced Week 8 of Season 19 Sixes. I'm Hami and I'm here with deltamarket. How are you doing, man?
I'm doing great.
And yeah, we have a really special match. I think this might be the only advanced regular season game we're showing, but that's for a really important reason. And this is essentially playoffs for these two teams because the winner will make it to playoffs as the fourth seed. The loser is going to be eliminated. No if and or buts about it. That's sort of the lowdown. So really important game, and what better map for a really important game than product? So the teams are Rome and Mpreg.tf. Do you want to go through the rosters for either of those teams, Delta?
Yeah, let's do that. I will go down the roster of Rome. I believe we have Vio on Combo Scout, Michael PC1 on Flank Scouts, Alex on Demo, Mur on Medic, and then between Mild and Frisbee, they're on Soldier, but I don't remember who's on Pocket of Roamer. Do you have that?
I think it's Frisbee on Pocket. I think, yeah, I think so, based on his YouTube videos. Um, shout out to Frisbee YouTube. Yeah, and on the side of Mpreg.tf, we have Pineapple on Pocket Scout, Gamble on Flank Scout, Math is the Pocket Soldier, Nicholas is the Roamer, Demu is Motu, and the Mez Indus. But being that this is product, and looking at Mpreg played a match on this map against JW's team yesterday, and Gamble played full-time Sniper. Like, I think he played like less than a minute of Scout and Pyro, and then everything else was on Sniper, and they put Math, who is known as a Scout player, on Scout. So they're kind of going for that double scout sniper, classic product moment thing. So we might see a bit of that. I'm not sure if they'll do it full time in the match, but definitely something to look out for that. Yeah, product classic map. It's been around forever. What do you think about this map, Delta?
Yeah, I agree with what you just said. We saw a lot of that in the most recent high level event we had at the Denver LAN. There were teams that would run sniper. Some of them would let a soldier go sniper and keep two scouts or switch their roster around, but some would even just have a scout on sniper. So there's a lot of variation with the roster you can kind of do on this map. It can make it pretty miserable for the other team to play against, but it does make for some great TF2. And so I kind of expect to see that happen. And I think the team that's going to take this is going to be the one that can kind of deal with that. If you can make the roster shenanigans not matter, you have a good chance of just taking it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, on the side of Rome, they have a lot of sniper players as well. Michael PC1 played Highlander Invite Sniper for a long, long time. Extremely, extremely good. We actually played against them in their pregame, and when he was playing Sniper, he was insane. So they might, flip that around. I wouldn't say they have the option to switch a second player on Scout because I don't think Frisbee or Mild really play Scout all that much. So I don't think they'll do that. So they would run with the double soldier sniper if they wanted to do that. But they still have options, and they don't have to run a sniper. Looking at the pregame for the Mpreg team, they didn't run as much sniper, but that could just be not showing things. So we'll have to see. But yeah, both teams are 9-7. They've won a very similar amount of rounds, like the round percentage. So it's about as close as you could ask for. And product is a very good map to like decide because it's just going to be very DM oriented, super action packed, and yeah, the best team will hopefully come out on top.
And everyone, you can support Fireside content, streams, and future events by purchasing embroidered and printed merchandise or subscribing to our Fourthwall by typing !merchandise and !subscribe. Our producer can put those in chat. All proceeds will go towards making more competitive TF2 content. Like eventually, Fireside does want to try to host another land. We don't know when that will be, but that is something potentially that might happen years down the road.
Yeah, I can personally vouch for the merch as well. I have a I have a fireside hoodie. It's class. It's a great piece of merchandise. So I would suggest that you open your wallets for that kind of stuff if you want to support Fireside and everything that they're trying to do. Um, yeah, we have 12 in the server, so hopefully things will get started soon. You want to make some early predictions here?
It's really hard on this map, especially. Oh, we are going live. It's so hard to do the Preds on product. I feel like it's just a toss up. I'm going to go, though, for the side of Rome 4-3. That's my guess.
Yeah, I'm kind of right there with you. It's very hard to tell. I think the first like couple rounds will be the most indicative to like see where people are at. I'm gonna say Rome 4-2, but it really could go anyway. I think that it's hard to say. As we get onto the first mid here, just looks like early spam. No sniper from either side, worth saying. So kind of default TF2 here, which is kind of better to see as the Rome side is going to go first. Very aggro across point. Cloud rebombing in. Lands on Motu. Trades out though. And looks like it's going to be a stabilizing situation with Nick in behind on Mur.
Frisbee jumping in as well, trying to go behind onto the medic, but it looks like he's taking a while to get in. Not able to follow it up immediately. That was a real shame there. Frisbee got in at such a good time, but just wasn't able to go in with his team. Just gets cleaned up at the end. So seems like there's some maybe coordination issues on Rome. Either way, it is even Ubers now, so Rome's going to have a chance to try to take the point back.
Yeah, a key thing was that Mur, the medic for Rome, was so hurt that they couldn't continue the fight in the front. Vio had to run away and get Mur the health back, so then, yeah, Frisbee was kind of stuck behind. But they're going to refight now. Yeah, only a few seconds ticking off the clock, so nothing major as the trade will probably come in soon here. Pineapple playing really far back on China, so kind of expecting them to take a deep trade and not trying to take too much damage as he finally walks forward now.
Yeah, we have the fight on point underway as the point has almost been capped. The Uber does come out with Bio running across, finally getting the Uber out, but the Uber for Indus is going to last way longer here. We do have the demo jumping forward. Michael, PC1, and Mile do go down. Rome's trying to collapse, but they're already down 2. They're doing so much damage on point, but they can't quite clean up the scouts who are so low each. Rome is sending Frisbee in, trying to get on the medic, missing a rocket, not able to get that one down. And Rome, they have not gotten this point capped the whole game.
Yeah, good cap time, but indeed no cap. And that was a really nice job from Indus. They just played so far back that you can see they weren't really worried about the cap being actually capped. They were playing so far back, so Rome had to take the trade so far, deep to actually get the Uber out of Indus, so their Uber was so much better. Nice job from Mpreg, and they actually get a forward hold off this. You can see the Pyro on the side of Michael. They're going to bust behind that. Land on Indus. Indus super weak. Should go down, but no. Great surf. Indus survives, and the trades will come in actually the favor of Mpreg, although, the better respawners maybe make that not so much the case. But yeah, really good survive from Indus. Obviously, really experienced player, played tons of invite. Probably the most experienced player along with Nicholas on in the server. And so that kind of stability and a great live, granting their team the ability to keep holding the point as we have a pause.
Indus played ESEA Season 15, if you can believe it. That guy was around back then. That was, yeah, he's been around a long time, but have a pause on this map. Have to wonder who it was. The timing, feel like it was probably not this round. I feel like it wasn't at the end of the round either, but we will see. Rome, they did decide to go main, it looks like, but I don't know. There's sticks up there. Anything could happen here.
Yeah, it looks like Phil will probably see them. I'm trying to see from his perspective. He doesn't have a vision of them yet, I think, but he should see them soon. He might explode, obviously, the risk you take going through that door. But yeah, the round, there was like a minute left, I think, on the clock for Pineapple's team, Mpreg. So, maybe Rome gets the point back and then loses it, and they lose the round pretty decisively, and Vio calls for an early pause. Wouldn't hate that. It's a big match, so obviously you don't want to let things get out of control, but one round is just one round, so we'll have to see. What's happening could also just be a tech, who knows?
Yeah, like you said, what do you think on the server? Who's your number one hat ban? Who has the best hat?
Let me look around. Pineapple's got the I guess it's with his gun with the eyes right now. They're like torpedoing. I don't know what this is called. Like a little storm in front of his eyes. That's pretty cool. Was that a repause or something? I don't know. Yeah, go ahead.
I like the Joker mask. I like the VO.
Oh, Vio's got the Joker.
Like
Look at Alex, kind of OG look with the party hat.
And we are unpaused as Alex skates across the map, has the bug of the pause, and we do have all this damage, these stickies being shot over, but no damage being done by them. Alex trying to find some damage, not quite able to get it yet, and we do have this cap time. Oh wait, that's probably even actually, that's my HUD being broken. But anyways, we do have the cap trying to go off as Bio gets on the point. The Uber is now popped, but Indus has not used. Indus always has a couple seconds better on this Uber, and these players on Mpreg just chase forward so aggressively, finding Michael PC1 is Pineapple with a soldier bombing in onto Mur. Both soldiers on Rome collect the medic, but that's 2 soldiers for a medic. That's not really enough for them to get the cap here.
No, indeed not. They get them out at least. That is kind of good long term, but with with Mur also dying, I believe. Yeah, 20% only. That's not really great. They should be able to collect the cap with the spawns, we think, but who knows? Nicholas also hiding deep right, hasn't been spotted. Michael's gonna not see Nick, so Nicholas might get a good flank here and another pause. Okay, interesting.
Yeah, that feels like a technical pause at this
Agreed.
point, unless
Yeah.
like someone's just having a melty and slamming their keyboard. Um, Otherwise, probably just some tech stuff. Blame Comcast. Yeah, this one looks like a wrap though. I'm not sure there's a whole lot. I mean, I guess Rome can technically get the point on this round, but I mean, come on, 3 minutes down. It's like you got to just put that one as a write-off.
Yeah, it would have to be a miracle for sure. And I mean, yeah, it looks like they're in a good spot. Like Indo's just spawned, so they will take the point right now. But yeah, again, oh, there's a retry, so that probably tells you all you need to know. Hopefully, it's nothing like too significant. Because on cost, like losing a player, even if it's like not your medic, I mean, a medic would be a disaster. But even if you lose someone for a few seconds, they have to retry, it can completely stunt your push, and the clock does just keep ticking. So that can be a little unfortunate. But yeah, we'll have to see who who ends up disconnecting. It would probably be in the yeah, it would almost certainly be in the next round unless Rome really manages to mount a huge comeback here.
I know Math sometimes has internet issues, but you know, that's
Yeah,
my guess.
yeah, that could definitely happen with the Peruvians high ping.
I'm
Um,
surprised he only has 100 ping from Peru. That's kind of crazy. Are they in like a Dallas
yeah,
server?
no, it's I think it's Chicago. I don't know though. I don't think they would accommodate that to be honest. I think Rome
Oh,
is the home team.
oh, Nick,
Oh
Brick
yeah, Nicholas does good, just gets Maria.
gets Mur. Yeah, Nicholas, their alias now. We have him on demo. How does he get two? He gets Alex. How do you get the medic and demo in 2025 in two separate bombs? That is crazy. And yeah, Rome just collapses. That's over.
Yeah, that's a nice round, and I mean, there was one pause. There was the first pause, presumably, and that was just attack, presumably by View here. Yeah, I mean, looks like it. So, okay, now we go into the next round, and we'll have to see what the what the second pause is. But that is in the future. Now we have a mid, and again, no sniper involved on other team. It's sort of like a Cold War with the sniper. It's like both sides are saying, okay, we won't do it, but eventually someone's gonna pull it out, and then it's all holds are off. Indus cutting in the house, good trades. They're absorbing these bombs really well, but the trades on point, yeah, in the favor in the favor of Mpreg
Yeah,
there.
we do have Rome failing again to get this one off. We have Pineapple and Motu are doing a really good job staying alive, and I feel like it's not even that Rome's doing anything wrong. They did a really good bomb at the start of that mid, but this combo scout and demo are just staying alive so well. They're able to do so much damage on point and makes the aggression just not worth it, it seems.
Yeah, Indus kited all the way into house, so like you're not really gonna be able to get on the med easily if they kite that far. Of course, you could say, okay, then hopefully they kill the people that are in because their med's not healing anyone. But maybe they're, I think it looks like Mpreg is expecting it. But now a fight on point again, even Ubers. So actually, Mur's at 90 because they weren't healing. Getting on the demo though, insta killing the demo, walking across point, Gamble backing up, again just absorbing. Trades come out though, and Nicholas is gonna die here as well. So actually a nice fight. So that time they didn't chase the med, they just killed the demo behind point. Aggro trade here. But does Mur even have to use? I don't think I'm using it by Mur here. Indeed not. Michael needs to survive, hopefully. Does a great job there. And now, full ad for Rome. So this is kind of fantastic. Oh, Pineapple, though. In on Alex. Doing so much damage, not taking much in return. Michael will get the kill. Probably just deny here as they just sack. They're going to sack for Mur. And nice from Motu getting the force instantly. Not even forcing the soldiers to commit because Motu just got the force so quick. So nicely done.
Yeah, that is kind of sad if you're a Rome fan getting forced at the end, but if you look on the bright side, they do have a forward hold set up. This is Rome's chance to run down the clock. They could get an Uber used and not much for it here. They could like take down 2 minutes with a good hold here, so I think this is gonna be a really important moment as we have Frisbee locking down the top right, Alex on the left, and we have the Pyro walking in, and there's not a lot of pressure. Soldier jumping over, but he gets denied. This Rome forward hold does somehow find Pineapple, though. Air shot coming out, but Mild did so much damage, stayed alive so long that I think Rome might try to reapply the forward hold, but no, they are backing up. They don't like what they see.
Milo got air blasted into the sky by the Pyro like 4 times, but the Pyro wasn't doing any damage, so Milo could just keep raining rockets down on them. They do have 30 ads here. Pochu weak though, a good aggression from Michael, taking advantage of that. The ad's still there for a couple seconds, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to take it unless they go right now. and Pineapple's threatening it but not committing, so the Ubers will even out, which is great for Rome as they will continue to buy more point time. Nick actually gets the force though. Really nice stop with the counter force from Mild. So both teams use. It's sort of better for Rome because they have a kill here, so nothing should really happen. Although a soldier going deep behind. Math gonna instantly die there though. Mild now behind as well. Action all over the map.
Yeah, our Rome has a soldier behind who's on the pack, gets a frag onto that soldier, and Alex helps take down Motu, and so that's a complete wipe.
Wow.
Mild, I feel like that going behind right there is kind of what got that for them, and so Rome again, good chance to forward hold, this time with Ad. I think this is, you know, the Rome comeback.
Yeah, I mean, you're so right. Like, Mal going behind there, he instantly recommitted on the players trying to leave main, got those kills. And the big difference was Map tried to go behind, but he instantly got cleaned up, whereas Mal got behind after Map had died, and then he was able to just live. Nice kill, though, breaking the forward quickly. Very weak players, but these trades are not terrible because, again, the Ubers aren't in play yet, and the spawns are better. So 2-for-1 trade, Pineapple, 12 health. Great kill from Vio, although Frisbee will also die. So the trades come out, but with the ad, they should be able to hold this. Might get forced, though.
Nicholas on the Pride Rock, jumping forward, missing his jump a little bit, hit his head on the train. Might have just saved Mur's life, but the Uber does come out as Vio goes down. What can you do with just a demo? You can just bomb into the other team's medic and pipe him down. Alex, hello, he hits those onto Indus. I'm speechless. That was like a tilt bomb, I feel like, and it just got the medic. So Rome staying in this. Down 3 on the cliff side. Mpreg has a chance to try to do something here, but I mean, it's hard when the other team has buffs and half your team is just rolling out. Rome gonna have to play for the point with their slightly worse respawns. Actually, the respawns are better. What am I saying? Rome does not have the point. So now Rome is in a better chance to fight this one. And it looks like they're going to be doing it by walking their medic up cliff and watching as Nicholas bombs into their face yet again on cooldown on China, trying to find damage onto the med. Somehow, that's actually Math, takes down Mur. So Rome, they just lost their med there, sending their soldier in, trying to get on Indus. They're sending everyone in. It's like a 4-man sack, but the medic's not here. But they're finding frags. Alex takes down Pineapple, and I think Rome might somehow come out ahead on this one if you consider this ad.
Yeah, it was very close. Michael actually looking on 1 point, but yeah, it was a great bomb from Math. Bombed the cliff, rebombed into house. Mur was weak, get the kill. But yeah, you get the point. They do have ad, but sort of you know, that's kind of fine for both teams here as the clock is ticking down. Very aggressive on the concrete from Indus and the combo of Mpreg though. They're baiting now, but now Nicholas probably gonna die for that. Another soldier bombing in, so 2 or 3 kills, and the force from Frisbee as well. So this is a disaster for Mpreg, and this is terrible because they need the point. They don't have players for it. If they stay in, they might just get collapsed on here. They have to try though.
Yeah, they have to try with the clock ticking down. They're standing on point. They're taking a lot of damage, but Michael PC1 is down to 20 HP. Nicholas walking in through left. Mild takes down Gamble. Nicholas trades him out, though. We have Vio getting tanked on the point. I'm on the Vio cam. Both scouts in connector. I feel like that's not what you want to see when you're fighting over point. And Vio goes down as both scouts converge in the smallest area on the map. Unfortunately for Rome, Alex takes down Math as Trash Talk goes down in the chat. Michael PC1 running in, trying to make something happen at the end.
And now it's just ads, so they don't need to. They should go forward. Yeah, they're just gonna go forward and acquire kills. And if they just cap, the round is over. So Vio can just go cap behind this. Now they don't need to overchase though. If they don't get any kills, which they're not, it's dangerous. But can they block the point? Yes, they can, just in time. But there's a lot of damage on both teams. And yeah, okay, it's gonna end up okay. I mean, it was a full Uber round essentially, so they did manage to do that. Just got enough kills and secure the round. So yeah, as you said, Rome come back off a couple of really good fights where they wiped Mpreg entirely. Which didn't happen at all in that first round, so maybe some adjustments from that tac pause, you know, that could be the reason that they adjusted. I think they chased less deep. I think that was the thing. Their bombs, they bombed Motu, the demo, a lot behind Rock and just killed him. And so I think that was a bigger difference there, rather than chasing Indus to house.
Yeah, it does seem like Rome has their stuff figured out. Frisbee on Pride Rock shooting rockets across. Vio on the high ground. Both teams, what's the point in going forward until the point's open? Well, who cares? Mild is just going to jump forward, and so is Frisbee getting on the medic. Indus down to 110 HP. That's not what you want to see when you're committing on the medic. Unfortunately, Vio, Mild, and somehow Mur goes down as well. Rome sold out before the point opened up and got absolutely dropped.
I mean, look how far back Indus was playing. Indus was literally already behind China when they bombed. Like, there's no way that, you can get enough people there to like get the medic there. So they're kiting super effectively all the way back and just saying, look, come and chase Indus, but we're 2 scouts there, we're gonna mulch you. And you know, Alex and some of the other players that can't get there are just not helping that fight at all. So it's really a numbers up for Mpreg defending their medic, and they did so effectively with a full Uber add a forward hold now. Vio on Pyro trying to break it on the right side from their perspective.
Yeah, we have Pyro going in right, Frisbee jumping in, doing so much damage onto Gamble, takes him down. Vio, though, unfortunately goes down, but the Uber Force has happened. That's what you want to see. Michael PC1, though, no, he's in, goes down. That's going to be maybe a 10-second time loss on that Uber build, so that's kind of unfortunate there. And unfortunately for Rome, they only fragged 2 players there, so there's a chance for Mpreg to put up some sort of forward presence. Not really a forward hold, but they can do some early spam. Gamble spawns on Sniper, so the
That's a
Cold
good
War,
call from him.
it's thawed. Yeah, like you said, against Uber disad, I mean, Sniper's a good play.
They might not expect it, right? He can just drop the medic and then, you know, that's like, but they're just gonna use it and they just take it aggressive, and that was the right call. Whether they knew there was a sniper or not, it was the right call. Michael gets one, Gamble dies as well, so nice Uber. Kind of against a sniper, that's sort of the best you can ask for. Nicholas also behind. I'm not sure if they know. He's been hiding behind a lot. He was left side the whole time, just unspotted. I think they don't know, and I bet they're gonna pop in, and Nicholas will just be right behind them. I mean, he could just waddle a connector and just kill them right now. I mean, they have no idea. Vio eats the rocket though.
Oh,
Okay, it worked out anyway.
Yeah.
They use out free Uber, kind of Mr. Slin, as they say.
Yeah, Mr. Slin, like, that's the theory. I don't know if I completely agree with it, but I mean, that's what they're going for. Maybe Indust is a Mr. Slin fan, or maybe Mr. Slin got it from Indust. So that's some inception there. But we have Mur, 4% Uber. You know, that's not what you want to see. It's going to be disad again. Math, though, is spawning, so Rome has their chance here. This is the chance to take it forward, take the point early on, make the other team use their Uber first from the position of having the points. Let's see if Rome can make that happen as they come out through Cliff. Vio leading it onto Rock. Soldiers jumping in. It's the Rome classic aggression. Both soldiers on China. They take down Motu. Pineapple takes down Mild. But Rome has all the space here. And I think they're going to be happy with this because they can just take the point. And as I say that, 2 more frags follow.
Yeah, it's the thing, right? Whenever they kill Motu, they're winning the fight because they're not over chasing, and they just turn back and kill the soldiers of Mpreg who are trying to get on Mur, and rightfully so. But this time they don't chase. Indus is baiting all the way to main, so there's no point in chasing that kill when you can just kill the people that are in. Alex, though, gets rushed on Cliff. They didn't expect that, and the Uber is in play here, so this could be a dangerous situation if they're not ready for a super aggro Uber. Mur at 90, though, and probably will be able to get it. If they can get it, then they can just hold the point with the Uber, maybe take that exchange. Don't want to give it up, though. If you're the side of Rome, they expect this on Pineapple and they get the point, so this is kind of just goated for Mpreg as they already get the cap. Oh, big kill from Vio in the trade though. Does die for it. Not the worst thing in the world. Frisbee and Mild going for Indus, but Indus is looking like prime lol guy right now. Just never caught to anything. They're sending 2 soldiers and getting nothing, so that sort of plan is just definitely kind of off the table long term if I'm Rome. I'm saying we're not going to be able to kill Indus just bombing into 2 scouts and with Indus dodging as well as they are right now. So we got to go for the combat classes or go for some different approach here.
Yeah, I do agree with that, and it looks like Rome taking it up once again. 20 seconds left. It's going to force a fight. Rome can't wait for a favorable situation. They have to make it happen. They send their soldiers in behind, trying to make something happen. Gamble goes down. Soldier on Indus. This time Indus wasn't baiting until the bomb works on him. And Mur does go down. We have Frisbee, so it's even frags. Players are in. No one seems to want to take a 1v1. Smart decision making. The Mpreg players are like 44 health across 2 people. Point is going to be delayed, so the spawns are better. But again, you look at the clock and it's like Rome 2 minutes, Mpreg overtime. Like, come on, what can they do?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you could literally just send a 5-man as Mpreg gets some kills and come back with the spawners and probably win. But they're going to play it normal. They just can edge the cap, and it's a threat. They're going to go all in, Rome, just going forward, trying to take these kills before you know, the fight develops, but it's sort of a disaster.
Yeah.
And that'll be around.
Seems like they sent it on Indust again. Like, I'm slightly concerned for Rome because their aggression, it is sometimes working, but I feel like it's the same play over and over. I'm, you know, as the rounds progress, I'm worried that it's going to become less effective.
Yeah, I completely agree. They've done the same like double bomb, and yeah, it has worked sometimes, but by and large, it has not been successful. So let's see if they change it up. You know, it's probably something that they've practiced a lot, so they feel it's like very coordinated. But it feels like Mpreg just knows that it's happening. So when they know it's happening, they just play super far back. And they have a variation on the theme, right? They pretend to do the double bomb, but they just fade and walk across the point and take space, then it's good. And again, they're gonna go for it. I mean, it's just sort of a broken record, but this time they're actually getting kills. Alex actually walks super deep. Mur surfs to their side of Japan, but the kills are kind of even, so okay. But it's it's a scout soldier against a scout demo. Vio gonna just feed for Indus, and will not get that kill, so that will be a fight for Mpreg again. A little better this time, but nothing spectacular from the side of Rome again. They really just went for exactly the same play.
And now Mpreg with the point. They are sitting quite well here. We have... I'm going to be on the... Oh, Vio's on Sniper. That's the cam I'm on. I did not see him spawn on it. He has not been spotted. He's going to scope up, full charge, peek the corner, drop in dust is my prediction, and he doesn't see anything. That is really unfortunate.
Pineapple's literally in the open on China. What the hell?
He just walked into the sight line. That is crazy, and Vio missed it. That sucks. That's unfortunate for him. That was his chance to take down the medic to get that frag, but now it's gonna be a lot harder now that he's spotted. But as I say that, he just takes down Gamble. Now it's an uber early pop as a 5v6. That's not what you want. Scout on Cliff. I mean, he might take down the sniper or he might not. Leave him on 2 health and go down. Both scouts down on product. I don't know what to do. Send your soldier forward on the medic, and the force comes out. Mur has to force. Great play by Map. They're kind of salvaging that situation for the team.
Yeah, and Nick got behind and killed Mild, so now they deny Mild. Nick is stuck behind. They're gonna go hunt him, but he's just playing all the way in main. That's gonna be annoying to go and find. Might be on Mild to have to clear that out. Frisbee looking back, but that's gonna allow them to walk forward. Vio still on Sniper, getting on Cliff. They haven't spotted. Okay, they do spawn him in main. Actually, they do a really good job of clearing that, to be fair to them. But that does allow the rest of Mpreg the space on point. Vio still on Sniper, on Cliff now, taking some free shots. But the cap for the 1 kill, not the worst thing in the world. Mild goes down instantly as well. Kind of a strange play when you have a Sniper to be committing this hard. And then Frisbee's gonna go in. But again, look how far back all of Mpreg is. Like, there's no way you're ever killing anyone there. Like, this is a little psychotic at some points.
Yeah,
Nice kill from Vio though.
Uber does come out, but again, it's player disad, but this time it's not Uber even, it's Uber ad, but this Uber, it's just not finding anything. Pineapple's doing whatever he can, manages to take down Michael PC1. Pineapple, though, can't find anything else. When your Uber only frags a scout and the other team's about to come back with full ad, it's just not what you want for Mpreg. Vio takes down Pineapple, amazing shot as Motu double bombs in, trying to sack on the medic or the sniper, pulls out the half. Satoshi, whatever that weapon is, goes down to Alex's stickies, but the Uber force does come out. Successful 4-man sack. Gamble finds nothing on that bomb at the end, so that's going to be even or full player count for Rome. We know what that means. It's the 3rd forward hold of the match and might be very successful.
Yeah, they do have a sniper for this, but that's not the worst thing in the world. I'm trying to look at where Vio is playing. Oh, I actually don't see him, but okay, he's sniping man. Yeah, he's sniping towards man. And they're gonna bust against Rome's right side here with the pyro from Gamble. 3 people instantly getting in. The pyro does get headshot or like body shot for 150. Dies to the bomb of Mild. Motu gonna get some trades as well, so kind of just trading out, which is fine. And Nick probably gonna go down late if he actually is gonna get out. Nice.
Yeah, but 3 down there. If I was Rome, oh, it's disad actually. I was gonna say try to put up a forward hold. I don't know. It's a little sketchy trying to do that when the other team has full Uber. So Vio is just gonna be trying to get the force off by playing on China. As we also have Mild on Spy, maybe just checking off classes, or maybe that's an actual Spy play. No, just checking off classes. We do have, as we said, full even Uber for both sides. We have Soldier bombing in onto Vio, trying to find this frag. Other Soldier is in. That's Nicholas taking that frag down. But when you send both soldiers in for 1 sniper, Mpreg, I don't think that's what they wanted. They wanted a favorable exchange, but the exchange is basically even, and they're down 2. And so now Rome can send their soldiers in behind confidently as Motu is on low health, getting mulched in the side of Cliff. They're all down. Indus not able to leave in time as everyone comes forward for Rome.
Yeah, the spawns are better though. Mur needs to be a little careful given that they don't have a scout here. Vio comes back up on scout now, maybe just trying to throw them off. They're gonna select the sniper, now you have a scout. And it is ad, so you know, having the double scout kind of makes more sense just to protect your medic here. But they're gonna get the cap back. Honestly, time is, you know, given that Rome has the ad here, the time is evening out, but it is certainly still obviously in the favor of Mpreg here. And Michael actually switches on the sniper, so never mind. No double scout, but Michael PC1, I think probably the more dangerous sniper if I had to you know, pick between the two. And Vio, you know, the combo scout probably makes sense for him to stay on the beam. But he was effective, so nicely done from him. Double bombs again. Actually, it's just Nick though. It's a bit delayed from Math and Gamble walking forward. Motu bombing in as well. Mur very weak, but does survive, and that's just a 4-man. Oh, Pineapple!
Yeah, he's on the medic. Mur, 63 HP. Oh my god, he gets another frisbee down. Fragvid, it's a Fragvid. Mur salvages that one, but I mean, if I'm Rome, I'm, well, you know, 180 BPM. It's not what you want to see.
Yeah, those are some late deaths as well, including the demo man, so it's going to be kind of hard to hold on to the point. I mean, you have to either take the trade. They're going to call that we want to exchange, block the cap, and it's kind of just going to be a bad Uber. But you get a kill, and they don't cap, so that means the time is still ticking down, and now they have to wait for Math to spawn and get in position before they want to take this probably. They're going to go after Nick on the flank. They get that kill, so again, if they just keep getting kills, it's going to be hard for the combo. Oh, and another kill from Mild. Great kill. It's going to be hard for the combo of Mpreg to take anything forward because they're just down too many numbers. And now, OT, they do have the Uber, but Rome can just kite this out. They weren't really ready for that. And they're going to kill Mur. No, they're going to chase the combat kills. Fair enough. I should get Mur as well. But if Pineapple dies here in the post, it's going to be a disaster. And indeed he does. Still, they have heals, but there are 2 scouts on the side of Rome, and they get that round. A very important round for Rome. If they had lost that round going down 3-1, it's really hard to come back. So a good comeback again. They were down a minute there, but they used those Uber ads nicely, and they won it. And the sniper was very effective. No sniper from Mpreg. Let's see, does Rome want to do it? No. So it's just going to be back to the standard 6s classes. Let's see if Rome goes for the same aggro for like the 5th mid in a row.
I don't know, you guessed 4-2, and I don't know, maybe the prophecy was foreordained for Rome when you made that pred, but we do have the mid not quite opening up yet, as we have both players taking it slow. Rome not going for their patented nuke at the 4-second mark. They're going for it at the 1-second mark onto Motu, but Mild not able to find that one. Rome, they sent it again. These people have undying faith in their plan, as they're down 3 yet again, staring down defeat. Rio, 20 health, somehow stays alive, but Rome, they're committed to this mid.
Yeah, the number of times that they've landed like below China with both soldiers and just got mulch has been sort of beyond my counting at this point. But it's not a disaster. It is a forward hold, but it is even Uber, so sort of doubtful that you can get too much value with the forward against the Uber. And actually, they're just gonna trade a bunch of kills. Wait, but they're on. Oh, but Math actually gets the force. Actually, Ubers come back on both sides, so sort of a whatever situation. They're gonna stay in here. Math going out on Cliff. Gonna bomb back in on China, but he'll leave. 4v4, better spawns for Mpreg, so they can take his forward hold has been removed from action, which is obviously nice if you're Rome.
Oh, Soldier, Sniper, Nicholas on Sniper. I feel like I've seen him a couple of times. I don't know if it's more common in recent times. Oh, he sees the medic. Mur absolutely destroyed. Headshot down. Nick taking a rocket but staying alive as everyone comes in and Indus is down. Rome collapsed so hard. I don't even know how that's possible. They just sent everyone in. How does it not work on mid, but it works when you're down your medic? Maybe they should have him Mur killbind at mid.
Yeah, just a desperate times call for desperate measures. They go in there. They do get Indus, as you said. Indus actually hit a crazy surf onto like the front of the sheet metal on Cliff, but did end up getting cleaned up. And now they can probably retake the point, although the spawns are pretty fast for Mpreg. They're going to stay in. Gamble just gets landed on by Mild. Soldier just killing Scout. And then Math just says, okay, I can kill Scouts too. Getting Michael PC1. So the point is going to be obtained. The sniper there, actually Nick's still on sniper, didn't realize that. Neo just taking the aggro forward. Frisbee just killing Math. I don't think he knew he was there, but nice kills. Another headshot from Nick though is gonna sort of even things out here as the point is capped. A minute and a half already gone for Mpreg though is pretty nice.
Yeah, we do have still Sniper almost air headshotting the medic there, but not quite able to hit it. I'm on the cam of Frisbee as he jumps onto Cliff, tries to find a frag, not able to make it. Vio wrapping around the other side onto Pineapple, does so much damage, not able to get it. Vio running away, desperate to save his life and build this medic. Uber, Vio eats a rocket as Uber somehow got forced off. I don't know how Mild ever gets the force in that situation. He kills Nicholas. How is that possible?
And this is all on the time of Rome as well, so they have full ad, and I mean they won't probably, well, they denied Nick as well, so now they know there's no sniper. This is really nice for Vio because now you can just call something very, chill, because you know there's no sniper to potentially kill you at least for a few more seconds, and they have this full ad, so they can recap they're getting a free kill on Math as well. So now 2 down, and Nicholas on Soldier as well, so really no threats here. They're gonna take it forward though. Indus should probably be safe. It's really close. Oh no, they catch him. Alex Beast.
That's...
And now they can just run away.
that's what Rome was building up to. I mean, that's like when you see Rome's mids, that's like the dream scenario right there. Every mid minus the Uber, and they made it work. Merc takes down Nicholas with the skill stick out. I mean, that's not good. That's gonna delay it even more. Rome, they're good here.
Yeah, they can establish the forward as one. They're gonna go into Alex though. Alex is getting run down. Pineapple on a 10k by the way. And they're trying to support Alex, trading the kills out, but yeah, I mean, these are good trades overall. Again, the Uber not there yet for Mer, so they want to just reset and get that Uber. Michael probably going to die late. Unfortunate. But they are buying quite a bit of time, and they still have 20 ad to play for. Not the most ad, but it is some. Vio going to go die, though, probably. It's a little unfortunate. Very late death. Maybe should have just backed up with the combo there. But they bought a minute off that hold, and they still have the ad. So, not the worst thing in the world. No snipers in play. And yeah, now they just have to walk forward and take this Uber. Actually, Mild getting 2v1 on the flank, but gets both! And a pause comes in.
Yeah, I don't know how you get both there, but I mean, I guess Michael PC1 was kind of there at the end, at least. Maybe at the start, I didn't see the whole thing. But yeah, like you said, another pause. This timing, I don't know. I feel like this could be the tac pause timing of Mpreg potentially being like, okay, Rome, they started winning with only like 5 seconds remaining on the clock. Now they're winning with a little bit more. Like, what's happening, guys? But maybe that's just me rambling. Could be another tech pause. Rome, though, I mean, if you're a fan of them, they've been playing better and better. Mpreg's been really consistent the whole time, but I feel like Rome is improving.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is sort of anybody's round. I mean, the Uber's actually evened out because Mer wasn't really healing great, especially when Vio had died. Mer had to just tank a full health soldier, so not building there. So it's actually even. Down two, though, Rome can pretty much just get the point. I mean, they could trade potentially if they get the Uber, but it will be a bad exchange down two players. So you'd imagine that, yeah, Rome can retake the point here, and then, from there, it's anybody's game. So we'll have to see. Um, but yeah, I mean, this is a pause again. Could be attack, but it does have the feeling of attack pause given the timing. But I mean, minute 31 plus however much time it would take to cap for Rome. So maybe you don't want to be like the bearer of bad news or whatever, but it might have to be a Rome attack technically, timing wise.
Yeah, like you said, it definitely could be. And it's like we saw Nicholas go sniper and it paid off so well. That's kind of what worries me from Mpreg. Like they had that sniper play and it worked out well, but that still wasn't able to stop Rome. So gonna have to see some extraordinary plays to turn this one around. But we do still see Mpreg on the point. I want to see Rome, commit to that aggressive strat the entire game. I don't know if it's gonna work, but that's what I want to remember at the end of this game.
Something insanity is definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over again. But hey, if you're insane, you might just make an insane play. So I mean, again, like it hasn't been terrible. It's just been, it's been close. But yeah, every time they chase Indus too far back, it has been sort of a disaster. So unpause comes in. Again, the situation is a 6v4. Ubers are evening out, but neither side has quite yet. So Michael's just gonna get on the point with Vio X for the cap, and they might go for the exchange. Looks like Pineapple does want it. He's gonna use first. Way better Uber though, insanely better Uber. Motu gonna bomb behind. This is sort of a crazy demo play. Frisbee is gonna go land on them, but Motu does trade. Oh, but Vio gets Indust in the post, so very nice. Alex gonna get traded out by Pineapple on the collapse. Coming in, Vio can't kill everyone here. Mer goes down. Scouts, B-Scouts here, 2v1 now though. Surely too difficult for Gamble to win that. But, I mean, that's a huge kill on Mer in the post there. Just sort of equalize everything, and it's OT, so... Or is it OT? No, it's probably not OT, sorry. That's probably just my
It's
hood.
4 seconds away from OT.
Okay, almost might as well be OT, but that's a little something to play with. Last time they were in this situation, Rome just went all out to try to catch them off guard and get some sort of advantage. Let's see if they do it again. Indus takes an early pipe, and I mean, like clockwork, they go for it. But look how far back. Everyone's on cliff. It's mulchable, but they need everyone to walk. Michael, Frisbee, die. Trades. What a bow from Indus on math. The trades are not to be found. And yeah, I mean, this is the downside. If you don't get the kills, then you're just gonna lose the round.
Yeah, and Vio does find Nicholas, though. Careful! Vio finds Math as well. Mer trying to block the point. Vio, you gotta stand on point. There's 2 seconds left. You can't let them tap. But, I mean, what can you do when the other scout's getting tanked? You have to toggle there to win that one. Vio not able to do that. And there was the pause. So it was actually a Vio Roam pause, not an Mpreg pause like we kind of predicted. So, uh-oh, Hami, your pred isn't possible anymore, but mine
No, but
still
yours still
is.
is. You're still on for the money pick. 4-3 Rome was your prediction, so in case Mpreg does win, I will be referring to that. But it is another mid and another chance at success for either side. So let's see as Alex gets super aggressive. They're bombing in. They just insta-kill Motu. And again, look where Indus is. Indus is out of the map. Indus might as well just be in spawn because that's exactly where they are. And the counter, yeah, this is exactly what the counter strat is, right? It's like Indus runs away, you just kill the people that are in, get the trades, return on the soldiers that are bombing, and you know that's a glorious mid for Rome. So sort of what they needed. And they start this mid in or this round in a dominant position with the cap, although it is even Ubers, so you know not the worst thing in the world.
Yeah, that is exactly what happened. Not the worst thing in the world. Slight ad. I wonder if they're going to use it, but Vio on Sniper makes that pretty unlikely. We do see Alex trapping up the point as Indus walks over, finally equalizing that. So both teams have a chance to take the Uber here. I feel like Mpreg's usually more disciplined, but Vio takes down Pineapple with a body shot. That's going to lead Indus behind the rock. They're in a really exposed situation here. Indus might feel the need to pop Uber to get out of it. And yeah, it feels like they are. They're running forward with this Uber. Soldiers on to Cliff, but Frisbee mini air shot onto Map takes that one down as the Roam mover comes forward. Gamble is down. Indus trying to run away. Can anyone chase? It looks like no one quite can. Motu demo let off. I feel like Rome, old Rome from last 5 minutes ago, 2 seconds ago, would have all in right there, but this time playing it safe, playing the even Ubers and forward hold.
Yeah, it was a good fight from Rome there. Again, yeah, that snipe from Vio on the scout, just everyone froze. You know, like, oh, sniper, crap, we have to hide, and then they have to take that bad Uber. You know, just headshots to Baro. So now the aggro can be very effective because they were expecting that power to help, but Math gets the medic. Maybe the lack of scout kind of hurting them there as Michael was not really too close to Mur, so a huge kill, but again, a minute and 30 already up on the clock, so you figure with the sniper still, which will force, you know, Indus to take an aggressive Uber, you're not too pissed about that, because you will just have a good position here long term as the clock does continue to tick down, but this is something for Mpreg to grasp here, as they need a cap, and they need it now.
Yeah, they do need this cap, and they are sending soldiers in, going on to China, doing so much damage. If Frisbee does take down Nicholas, these Rome players are all in the corner, so there's a good chance for the Mpreg side to cap the point, which they do, but Math is also in, so that's 2 soldiers down for a point capped. Rome, they're feeling good about that. They've 2 minutes ahead on the clock. They're going forward.
Here comes the Cliff Uber, though.
Yeah, Cliff Uber, like you said, demo jumping in, doing so much damage. Oh, Mur, I'm worried for Mur, but a pipe got eaten by the scout. Alex down, Mild down, Vio down, but does any of it matter? Because when they cap this point, the spawns are basically going to be reset. Oh, actually, Rome doesn't have the point, so they're going to be spawning real quick, and they're about to get Uber to take it back. Mpreg, I'm worried about them here.
Yeah, I mean, you know, Rome doesn't even need to get kills. If they can just use the threat of the Uber to cap, that's also kind of good. Now, Frisbee is stuck behind, getting fought by a scout, so yeah, Frisbee's going to be a late death, but they know that, you know, people were back hunting, so they're just going to cap the point, and now they have Uber, and kills are, you know, to be found here. Motu going to die. Alex chasing deep, gets the med! Again, bombing Cliff, he just doesn't stop, but Mur going to fall in the post, so kind of a Pyrrhic victory here, unfortunately, as you know, they were a bit split, but they will probably clean up most of these kills, and they still have the cap, so you know, it's not the worst, but again, sort of a great play from Alec, kind of nullified by a great collapse from Mpreg, and they can potentially get more as Mild is 1 HP here. If he dies, looks like he will survive. That would have been bad. Now, Mur just spawned, Vio on Sniper. Again, I'm very surprised to see Vio on Sniper and not Michael. Maybe it's just he's not feeling it, I don't know, but you'd expect your combo scout to want to play scout, and your flank scout, who's like a Highlander Sniper player, to want to play Sniper, but, you know, it's working, so as I say that, Pineapple down from the sniper, and they have the point still. 15 seconds left. You know, slight disad, but this sub 10 disad, so you're not really worried about that. So here comes the bomb. It is just a solo bomb though, because Nicholas was unfortunately too hurt to go. Map just gonna probably die in house here eventually. Actually makes it out, but other trades happening. Actually, really nice live for Math. Living a long time, but again, they need a cap at some point. Math is gonna go back in and just gets instantly denied. Okay, yeah. The trade does come in on the demo, though.
Yeah, that trade really important. But the side of Mpreg is going to be able to cap it again. It's overtime. Vio still on sniper, almost taking down the head of Pineapple. Actually gets Rap Assassin from across the map. That's pretty funny. It causes bleed, and because Vio's on the SMG, you know, you actually get aim punched kind of with that. We have Michael.
They dropped Michael in the Uber.
Oh, they did drop.
It might not matter though because the kills are still in their favor. Well, not for long. Vio does trade. Mile goes down. Again, long term you still like Rome because their spawns are better and they still. Oh, what a rocket from Frisbee takes down Pineapple. Now you can just say, let's just reset, wait for our players. They're down 3. They have to hold the point. The cap time is insane. I want to say it's unlosable. I don't want to jinx them because I'm gonna be nice to them. But if they lose this, something is wrong. And they're just gonna step on the point and just win the round. So. The sniper, I think, has been the answer. I can't lie. The sniper has been the answer for Rome. It's working really well. It's forcing Mpreg into some bad, well, not bad decisions, but just hard decisions. Taking really early Ubers, having to, you know, go deep all the time for the sniper with your soldiers, and the soldiers just getting eaten up. So we'll see what they decide to do. No sniper for either side for the mid, at least. As Rome, well, let's just say I think Rome wants to go aggressive again.
That would be my prediction, but you know, you never know. I'll be looking at the 4-second mark for their bomb. We have Frisbee on Cliff again. Normal setup for both teams. The sort of product is pretty standard as we do have Vio starting to get on Pride and everyone from Rome jumping forward as the point opens up. Both soldiers on China for Rome. Mile does get taken down by Pineapple. Nicholas finds Vio as well. Frisbee tried to jump out but gets cleaned up by Pineapple. So Mpreg, they're mids are just impeccable. Mur manages to make it out, but Alex is caught at the end with a really long respawn there. So Rome again, broken record, but these mid strats, they're just not the play.
Yeah, again, Indus's default on these mids has been to kite into house as if it's like a 4-man, because it basically is. And every time he kites into house, he's basically unkillable, and, you know, the flank for Mpreg can get so active and just clean up the other players that are out. Like Vio in that mid, for example. They're gonna have to drop in though and take the trade. These sort of rounds have favored Mpreg, right? These are the sort of rounds that we've been seeing Mpreg win. But you know, once Vio gets the cap, Mur drops with trap. Huge play there. They're gonna have to all in for Indus, but Indus is just out, so that's not gonna happen. Are there trades available? Math goes down. Michael kind of isolated on the flank. Alex gonna have to send it and then use. So really big salvage from Alex there. But already a minute down on the clock is bad news. Michael gonna just die late as well. Not really, you know, a choice for him. He had to die. He was stuck behind. So again, a minute already off the clock, and the clock is only ticking here. Maneuvers as Rome gets back in. They have to create something here.
Yeah, they do have to make something work as we do see them walking off the point. Alex shooting stickies across. Nicholas down to 80 health as something happened. I think he's on his own grass collecting the health pack as we have Soldier jumping in. I believe that is Mild who manages to take down Nicholas. That's player ad for Rome as they send Mild in again onto Demo, taking down Motu. That is Rome taking over this concrete area as they send their scouts back to the point, keeping them restrained, keeping them from feeding, you could say. And we see Mild gonna be spawning, so now the point's gonna be going down for Rome. Slight ad Rome. I feel like they want to forward hold here, and I kind of agree with doing that, but we do have the team already out of Cliff, so this forward hold can't really do anything when the other team's already out. Rome really aggressive, proactively taking over the other team's Cliff, but Alex goes down in that as he trades it out for Math. Not really what you want to see on the defensive side. You can't hold the point very well with Demo. Indus and Mur both have their Ubers, so it's going to be up to who uses it better here. I think who's going to win the fight. We have Mild jumping into concrete. Ubers came out first for both teams, but Nicholas goes down on the concrete side. Uber across point. Pineapple trades that out, but Michael PC1 is down in Rome. It feels like they kind of overextended there, and they're all going down as the Soldier chases.
Yeah, it was kind of a crazy Uber where they Uber people into the flank to try to kill the flank, but it was a good reaction from Pineapple, taking his own Uber to clean them up. A lot of weak players from the side of Mpreg, but they did survive, and now the clock is still ticking. They've got, well, 45 seconds there, but a minute 10 left for Mpreg. They have the forward hold. They have even Ubers. Could it really be better? I don't think it could be. Mile gonna die early. Nuclear bomb from, looks like from Frisbee. And, okay, that's gonna be a nice trade, but ultimately not great, and okay, Nicholas does go down late, so they can retake the point here, but it will not be, you know, great for them just given the time situation.
Yeah, it's not gonna be great.
Ember dies again to a trap. No.
It's like the second time that might be the round. I mean, Motu MVP of this round for sure with those 2 trap kills. We have Indust holding on to the Uber. Michael PC1 19 health as this point gets capped up. Rome, they're gonna have to cap this point without Uber. So and the
Without
other
Uber, they
team
can't
has.
even sack. Like, there's not even enough time to really go for a sack. They just need to. I mean, they need to pray for a miracle. Basically, that's the only thing they can do because an Uber will be coming their way, and by the time they get any sort of cap pressure, they'll be down to 20 seconds. If they just take an Uber and get kills, they win the round instantly. So what do you do here? Well, they're gonna try to shove flank. They're gonna get the force for free, but how many people are caught? That's the question. Michael trying to shove behind and get some kills. Not really anything to be found. Mur and Alex living, but there's 10 seconds. And yeah, I mean, that's going to be a collapse. And, well, you called 4-3, but I think you called it for the wrong team.
Yeah, maybe those traps were from those Motu traps came out of another dimension, and just ruined my score pred. But good job to Mpreg. They got this in. This feels like that's gonna be the last playoff spot. Maybe there's a couple others up for grabs, but I feel like Rome might not be able to make it to playoffs now.
No, they're definitely out. This is the last game of the season, so there's nothing else. Um, there's nothing else to be had really. So that was it. The decider. It comes down to a 4-3 game. I mean, what a game overall. I'm gonna go get the logs up here. Um, but I mean, just such a close game. And looking at the logs, wow, one thing just stands out. I mean, just the first thing you click on, you sort by kills, and Pineapple has 30 kills more than anybody in the server. So that is insane. That's actually one of the most insane logs I've ever seen. He has 70 kills, Michael has 40, and then everybody else besides Nick on Pineapple's team is the bottom four of the score, the bottom three of the scoreboard plus the medic, obviously. So a little bit of a hard carry, and the kills weren't very different. Overall kills 160 to 167, so that's not even a big difference. Just Pineapple just doing so much work, and a lot of it had to be those aggressive attacks where Pineapple just baited within us and got 2 soldier kills every time they went aggro, right? So that's a huge advantage to have, of course. Um, I mean, what else can you say? I think that's the game in and of itself. Alex and Vio doing so much damage as well, but obviously Pineapple top damaging, just having so much kills. Alex diffing Motu, like Motu 120 less damage, 30 damage more taken. So Alex doing a great job. Vio doing a lot as well. But when you have a scout with 70 kills, the game is going to be hard.
Pineapple has as many soldier kills as Vio has kills. So I mean, like
Yeah,
what
that kind of tells the story, doesn't it? 35 soldier kills. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if anything else stands out to me too much on the logs besides the mid-fight situation, which we already kind of knew about. 6 mid-fights out of 7 for Mpreg. I mean, what can you do?
Yeah. I mean, a great game overall, though. Really well played. From both teams. I think that's what we can say. And congrats to Mpreg.tf for securing their spot in playoffs as the 4th seed. They will play against Palestine, the JW team, in their first match. And the other match will be our team, the Faustian Bargain, against Quake White. So hopefully there will be some coverage from Fireside of playoffs for all divs. Um, and yeah, I don't know if you want to shout some people out if you have more to say.
Yeah, shout out Fireside, shout out Piika for producing, shout out for Hami for casting with me. That's all I have, but stay tuned for playoffs. Fireside, we're not going anywhere.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'll shout out my team. Shout out to you, Delta, for a great cast, and Pika on production. Shout out to everyone from Fireside Cast. Hope all the viewers had a good time, and hopefully we'll see some more casts for playoffs. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I think that's it for us.